Okay. Hi. Had to put the other eyes on. Part two. Where were we at anyway? Okay. Because I was being shown around with the almighty power of Jesus Christ by my side anyway, the man got all the world leaders to worship him to the utmost. He was rich in power. And the Lord took me to a church where they had all the political leaders going. They had white robes on as they went in, and the robes turned black. When they got in, they were worshiping the Antichrist, and they held the meetings at night. So we had also three churches that I seen that he had took me to. Three of them. One was this big new world religion, this new age religion. And one was the lukewarm church. See, this new age religion church was of the devil. And this middle one was a lukewarm church, a church that, let's say, drink the cup of the idolaters. Idolaters. They drink the cup of Satan and then trying to straddle the seat with God. So they were the middle church. Last but least, it was a tiny, tiny, tiny little church I saw. Looked like a shotgun house. It wasn't as big as the one that was like the world leaders went to, and it was not as big as the lukewarm church. But this was the smallest church. It was a small, I saw the churches. He gave me an example of very large church, medium-sized church, and then this very small church. And I took that as the narrow road, okay? That the church was the small and was the narrow road. That hardly nobody attended. Nobody really wanted to hear the real gospel. So therefore, there were only a few, okay? So, these churches, let me see where I'm at now. All right. The Lord took me to a church where they had all the political leaders going. They had white robes on as they went in, and the robes turned black when they got in. They were worshiping the Antichrist, and they held meetings at night. They actually held church, and 10% are doing it now. Remember, this is what I saw in my dream or vision. And this is not the sleeping. I was asleep, but at the same time, I was in the spirit taken out of my bed. I rose above my body and I saw my body laying in bed. And he took me through the roof of my apartment, and I could see the inside of all the wood and everything. Yeah. And I was really surprised because I had never seen that. He had never taken me to that point. And anyways, I just thought I'd let you know that I didn't, I was not in my bed. I had been taken out of my bed and my body was still there. Okay, and remember, this is what I saw in my dream and vision. Now, all rich people and some middle class people were given into this new trend of meetings. Then the Lord showed me his people worshiping him, but some of them are just Sunday goers. Now, the Lord is telling me that there are people that are there, but they're really superficial. They're not. They're not true worshipers. He told me their hearts had to be completely his, or they're just like them in high places. He showed me family members of mine needed to come back to him before it was too late. He showed me they were going to worship him, but they were not going to be with him. They were not going him their life, not giving him their life. Sorry, couldn't read my writing. Because my family member had a white robe on, but was not white inside. After that, he brought me back to my life, and floating through poverty places, I then seen another family member and his friends. He was drinking and hanging out as they were in Noah days with his friends, and I tried warning him, and I looked behind me. There were vicious demons and animals, like demonic manifestations. The Lord's beautiful light was still beside me. Again, before that happened, fear hit me. And he let me know he was there, and he said, "Fear not, for I am with you." And God was pulling my hand and told me I always been his child, but he cannot go against my will, so my will was God's will. I began going with the Lord and following him in my life. Now keep in mind, I'm still in one of the highest visions you can have. As I followed him, he told me, forsake all the material things and anyone who didn't want to go to the kingdom of heaven. We were walking across a bridge on our way to a great big ball of light that looked like a pearl. I'm going to stop it right there. We'll do part 3.